No one in that restaurant knew that the woman they were about to laugh had owned everything around them. The evening was calm. Soft music played. Crystal glasses sparkled under warm lights. Then the door opened. An old woman stepped inside. Her clothes were faded. Her shoes looked worn. She paused for a moment, holding her bag close, as if she already felt the judgment waiting for her. Eyes turned. Whispers followed. She walked up to the counter and spoke quietly. "Please, may I have a hot pepper soup?" The worker behind the counter looked her up and down and laughed. "Hot pepper soup?" he said loudly. "Do you even know how much that costs here?" People nearby chuckled. "This isn't a charity," he added. "You should try somewhere else." The old woman's face tightened. She nodded slowly and turned away. That was when Grace noticed. Grace had been wiping tables nearby. She saw the way the woman's shoulders slumped and how she clutched her bag tighter. Grace stepped forward. "Ma'am," she said gently, "please come with me." The old woman looked up, unsure. Grace led her to a quiet table near the back. "You're welcome here," she said with a soft smile. After a moment, the woman whispered again, "If it's not too much, I would still like the hot pepper soup." Grace smiled. "Of course." As Grace walked away, laughter returned. "She won't pay," someone said. Grace ignored them. Soon, a steaming bowl of hot pepper soup was placed carefully in front of the old woman. The smell filled the air. The woman stared at it for a long moment, then slowly began to eat. Tears slipped down her face as she took each spoonful. When she finished, she reached into her bag and placed a few worn bills on the table. Grace saw it and gently pushed the money back. "Please don't worry," Grace whispered. "This one is on me." The old woman looked up at her, eyes shining. "Young lady, thank you. You treated me like a human being." Grace smiled politely, not knowing those words mattered. Later that night, the old woman left quietly. 3 days later, the restaurant froze. Luxury cars filled the parking lot. Security walked in first. The door opened again. A confident woman stepped inside. Her clothes were elegant. Her hair was perfectly styled. Diamonds caught the light with every step. No one recognized her, but Grace did. The woman's eyes searched the room and landed on Grace. "Bring her to me," she said firmly. Grace walked forward, confused. The woman turned to the room. "When I came here a few days ago," she said calmly, "I was laughed at." Silence fell. I asked for hot pepper soup and was told I could not afford it. The worker behind the counter looked down. "But this young woman,"